So the biggest argument amongst the media in Montreal of the 1980s was Jim Corsi a better NHL goalie than he was a professional soccer forward. I'm not joking. That was the argument. Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be talking about the curious case of Jim Corsi and his long road as one of the most interesting professional athletes to come from Montreal in decades. Now, he spent many years outside of hockey as an effective coach, including a goalie coach. He was also the goalie coach for the St. Louis Blues. But before beginning his hockey career, Corsi played soccer at the professional level as a forward in a North American Soccer League, or the NASL, for the Montreal Olympique. Now, he got his main start in pro hockey for the Maine Nordiques after playing 45 games for Concordia University in the 75-76 season. In those 45 games, ladies and gentlemen, outstanding statistics. 6 shutouts or a 1.61 goals against average. Now, he eventually found his way to the Quebec Nordiques program. In 77-78, he played 23 games with the Nordiques after playing 54 with their affiliate in Maine the year before. Now, 77, he was 26-20-4 with 12 playoff games. And next season with Quebec, he played the whole season as backup, 10-7, 4.52 average. Now, 78-79, a very interesting year. He played with the Broom Dusters of the AHL, but he was kind of the main number one, or somewhat the number two of Quebec. Now, in their last season, Quebec and the WHA, he had a 16-21 record with 3.30 average. Now, 79-80 was his only season in the NHL. He played 26 games. This is before Mio and Fuhr and Moog and Lowe kind of were the marquee goalies. He went 8-14-3 for the Gretzky Oilers with a 3.66 average. Now remember, Gretzky's the key name in Corsi's future career. We're going to get that very soon. He played with 200 pro teams that year, Oklahoma City Stars of the CHL. He went 5-6. And with the Houston Apollos, again of the CHL, going 8-5-2. So that year, ladies and gentlemen, he put up some really good statistics over 54 games. He won 21 games, losing 25, tying 5. So here it gets very interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Bear with me here. He had dual Italian and Canadian citizenship. Now, he eventually became the goalie of the Italian national ice hockey team and spent the majority of his career overseas with Varese. He also played for HC Giardania, SG Cortino, and HC Balzano during his time in Italy's Serie A, or main league. Now, Corsi played on the Italian team at the 82 World Championships, probably one of the best Italian team ever, that stunned the Team Canada that had Wayne Gretzky on it by tying Team Canada 3-3. They also went on to beat the U.S. at the same tournament, relegating the United States to, of all things, the B pool. Now, he eventually wrapped up his career in the early 90s with Varese, and full WHA totals, 63 games WHA, 26-27-1. NHL again, 8-14-3 with that only season with Edmonton. Now, here's where it gets very interesting. He's also known as being the namesake for the development of something called the Corsi rating. This indicator is essentially a plus-minus statistic that measures shot attempts, usually only counting those at even strength. A player receives a plus for any shot attempt, on net, miss, or block, that his team directs at the opponent's net, and a minus for any shot attempt against his own net. This indicator is widely used in most NHL teams, or analytics as we call it, as it has shown a strong correlation to a player and the team success. The person credited with popularizing the statistics, Vic Ferrari, attributed the stat to then Sabres GM Darcy Regier, but named it after Corsi because he thought Corsi's name had a better ring to it. He was inadvertently correct, since Corsi did not create the statistic, but it sounds, the Corsi stat, like the word core, correlation or whatever, sounds pretty good. Now, He eventually was relieved of his duties with the Blues as goalie coach on February 1st, 2017. Now, just a recap, ladies and gentlemen. Montreal Olympic soccer for 2 years. Again, jumped to Concordia. Pro teams, Maine Nordiques, Quebec Nordiques, Bingham Dusters, Quebec Nordiques again, Houston Apollos, Oklahoma City Stars, Edmonton Oilers, HC Gardena Finstall Ortesi, SG Cortina for 2 seasons, HC Bolzano Woot, and Varese for 5 years, 87 and 92. Again, a goalie coach, Buffalo 01 to 14, goaltending coach for St. Louis 14-2017. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, ladies and gentlemen, he played 3 years in the CAAU, first with Loyola, the second year again with Concordia, put up, again, those great statistics, 2.72 average in 40 contests. Now, the Maine Nordiques, we did a previous podcast on this. Please check it out on the channel here. And again, on the international level, ladies and gentlemen, some really, really strong statistics. 81, 82, 83, 85, 86, 87, 89, 90 for the Worlds. 2 seasons at Tier 1, 82 and 83. And again, the B pool. Now, 81 to B pool, he went undefeated, 6-0-1. 82, when he jumped to the A pool, he went 1-5-1. 83, 1-8-1 in 10 games. Back to the B pool, undefeated in 85. Italy in 86, 4-3 to B pool. Again, B pool 2-4-1 in 87. 89, 5-1-1. And Italy 1990, 2-2-1. Grand total 57 games at the Worlds, or the Tier 2 Worlds. 26 wins, 23 losses, 8 ties. Tier 1 total is not the best, but Tier 2, 2.88 goals against average, 3 shutouts, and again, 24, 10, and 6. Tier 1 totals 2, 13, and 2, with 88 goals against. And obviously, you're playing against, Finland, Sweden, whatever. But Italy was very strong in the early 80s, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of former Canadians or dual citizens were playing. But for me, the name Jim Corsi sounds like a nice Greek-Italian dish, but Corsi was a talented player. You can't play the WHA and CAAU and the CHL and the NHL and Italy Tier 1 and Tier 2 at the Worlds Tier 1, Tier 2 if you don't have some talent. And he was a good goalie coach, ladies and gentlemen. Probably coached some of the better players. By my memory, I think he might have coached Jake Allen as well. I have to check into that. But it's probably so because Jake was with St. Louis for a few years. So that's the story of the legendary Jim Corsi. Thanks for listening. Bye.